My colleague Ankur Mishra is in conversation right now with Ashok Chandra, MD and CEO of Punjab National Bank. Let's cut across.
In the last 5 months. And the CRR cut definitely, it is a very, very calibrated move by RBI, and we all appreciate the move of RBI. Definitely we will take it forward, and the guidance which is very clear now, growth has to happen in the system, and PNB being one of the largest banks in the country, definitely we are going to play a very, very important role in the credit augmentation and credit growth.
Any maths have you done after CRR cut? How much of the funds will be freed?
Yeah, that one calculation we have done. I think that is happening in the phased manner. So around 3,800 crore that will be freed now. And we all know that once that amount is freed, definitely we will be in a position to deploy, because under the CRR we were not getting anything. So I must appreciate the move by RBI, that at the one point they have reduced the repo rate by 50 basis points, and at the same time they have given the cushion for the bank to earn income out of the money which will be freed out of this CRR cut now. So to some extent, definitely whatever the loss that will happen in the net interest income by way of this rate cut, we will be able to compensate by that money which will be freed to deploy and earn some income now. So I really appreciate the move now for the industry friendly, for the bankers also, because we also had 1,35,000 crore of corporate loan book sanctioned, which was happened in the last year and in this financial year. So I'm expecting that a lot of offtake will happen out of that book.
Definitely. And you are in Mumbai meeting several investors. What is the story you are telling them? What is the vision you have of bank? Because you have just taken over. If you talk about the last quarter, ROA of over 1%, where do you want to take the bank now?
See, one strategy what we are sharing to all my investors and the analysts today, and yesterday also I was there, and almost more than 20 investors I am meeting one-to-one. And there are certain fundamental shift and cultural shift which we are making it in the Punjab National Bank. One is the customer service and customer centricity. That is the topmost agenda for the bank. And for that, one new initiative which the bank has brought in, that is the QR-based customer feedback against the employee. This is the first time any public sector bank has tried, and on a real-time basis, we are able to get the feedback for the service which the customer is enjoying, and he can rate the employee based on the customer feedback. The purpose is that to get the feel of the customer service which is happening in the field. We have 10,189 branches, and what is happening on the real-time basis, I think this one, the systemic change which we have brought in, we are able to get all those feedback on a real-time basis. This will help us in understanding what is the service level is there. There are 5 emojis are there. Once the customer conducts the transaction, then real-time basis he gets one SMS message that Mr. So-and-so, Mrs. So-and-so has done the transaction for you,
right,
and kindly rate them. And then there is a QR code scanning there, he can rate that customer now. He can rate the employee. What we are using it as a system improvement, what are the process improvement which we can do that. Purpose is that only, that how we can make the improvement in the system. So that is going to be a big game changer as far as the customer service is concerned.
Definitely.
Second aspect, generally public sector bank means we feel that the outlook of the branch will be very, very traditional. So this is one activity which we have started for the last 2 months. Ambience of the branch which we are targeting, and we have done the survey of all my 10,189 branches, put them in the different buckets depending upon their quality and all. And then we are trying to find out what are the improvements that is required. By 30th of June, I think 31% branches are going to be totally renovated. So this is one time frame which we have set up for ourselves, and we want to see that all my 10,189 branches should be world-class environment, so that the employee who is coming in the branch, they should feel enthused to provide the good customer service, and we can attract the good customers also in the branch. So this is these 2 topmost priority which we have set up. That will be the umbrella under which we are going to do the business.
Right. Let's also talk few numbers, because one of the things which has been a concern, especially for banks in this falling interest rate scenario, is the margins protection. How are you addressing that? Do you think today's steps by Reserve Bank of India will help you in that? And garnering deposits is something which is a challenge for banks.
Yeah, see, in the near term, Q1 and Q2, definitely there is going to be some challenges on the NIM front, margin front. But we have built up a very strong treasury book. And we were knowing that the interest rate scenarios are going to come down. So, and we all know that once the interest rate scenarios are down, and if you have a good treasury book, definitely that can supplement the loss or the gap which is happening in the NII and the total income. I can talk about that. So that is going to help me in maintaining the NIM. We have already given the guidance that 2.8 to 2.9 will be our NIM. I think we are going to maintain that. With this cut also, I am very hopeful that we will be able to retain that. Second important thing for the overall the profitability, if I can talk, where will be our ROA. I think 1% guidance we have given, and that also we are going to retain that 1% despite this rate cut, because we are focusing on the recovery. And we have already given the guidance that 16,000 crore will be the total recovery, and within that around 6,000 crore will be our technical right of recovery. So those things from the treasury income and from the recovery from the technical write-off and overall recovery, I think we will be able to maintain our ROA of 1%, no doubt about it.
But don't you plan to outperform it, the kind of steps you are taking?
See, in the long run, definitely you will see the PNB on a different trajectory. This is one transition we are doing it now. Even there are some business resig also we are doing it. We had the dependency on the IBPC and pool buyout. So there also we are doing some resigging, and core RAM activity, which is 53% as of now, that we want to improve to 53 to 57%, and corporate book from 47% we want to bring it to 43%. So definitely in the long run, that is going to give me the sustainable profitability, and the sustainable business growth also will happen. So this is one of the strategic shift which we are doing it on the longer run platform. We can talk about that.
Operational efficiency is something which banks are focusing in. I want to understand from you your cost to income ratio. How do you plan to bring it down, and what are the steps you have taken so far?
See, one is the employee cost. So it is we are not going to reduce that employee cost, because that is fixed and that will continue to be there in that. But definitely with the income, we can maintain that cost to income ratio to a lower level now. And for that, lot of activities which we have started in the bank. One is that how we can improve the non-interest income and fee-based income. For that, we have created a separate vertical, cash management services vertical, which my previous organizations, we have done that, and we have made a lot of income out of that. That is a big opportunity for us. So that one vertical which we have created in the bank, and good technology backup is there for that. This vertical is being headed by one general manager. So that is one activity which we have started. We are also going to play very, very important role in the vendor financing and supply chain financing now. That is a very big market, and there are very few players active in the market now. See, going forward in another 2-3 years time, working capital requirements, what I feel is going to come down. That will get replaced with the vendor financing and the supply chain financing. So we thought this is the right time to pitch in the market. It requires a good technology. And today we have built up a good technology. And after doing that, then we are going very, very aggressive with the market.
Right. And as far as lending activity is concerned, how are you seeing the signs on the ground after the quarter results which were declared? Do you think there is a demand of credit?
Demand is already there. See, that's why I told you we have 1,35,000 crore of corporate loan book. Right. Already sanctions are there now. So maybe they were looking for this rate cut and the fine interest rate movement. I think this is the right time for the corporates also. They should look for, and whatever sanctions are there, they should utilize that opportunity. Now, if I can talk about the RAM sector, and particularly about the MSME, there is a big market, and opportunities are there for all the banks to grow in the MSME segment, and we are also going in a very, very big way. For that, we have initiated the digital lending activity up to 25 lakh cash flow based. So earlier, what was happening in the MSME also, every bank used to get asked for the income tax return, GST return, all those documents. Today, any the applicant under the MSME, they can go to PNB site and they can apply for that MSME loan, giving his only personal details. No document is required. And within 10 minutes, if he is my existing customer, it takes only 10 minutes. That is the business rule engine which we have built in, and through the fintech, he will get the digital sanction. Digital documentation also we are doing it through NESL. We have made the tie-up arrangement, and then the disbursement also happens through the digital mode. So sitting in the house, the person can get the loan if he is my existing customer within 10 minutes. If he is a new to bank customer also, he can apply that, and it takes only 24 hours to give him the sanction now. Give him or her to the sanctions now. Because there we require the due diligence to be done by the branch official, and immediately after he does the due diligence, the person is going to get that loan now. And 90% of the MSME in the country, they are in this range now, 10 lakh to 25 lakh segment now. So we are going to cater this particular segment in a very, very big way. A lot of MSME outreach activity which we have started, and entire top management, including MD, ED, CGM, GMs from the head office, we have asked them to go out from the cabin and be in the market and canvass the business now. We have 10,200 branches, so we have a big presence across the country, and we are trying to leverage this entire setup to the growth of the MSME sector now.
You have money in hand from Reserve Bank of India. Your intent is there. You have mobilized your branches. Can we expect more business now and better loan growth guidance? I'm not asking for this year, but next 5 years, what is your vision?
See, on 16th and 17th of May, we had the board strategy meet, where 2 days marathon meetings and sessions happened, where we had invited some outside experts also. Considering that entire view, we have chalked out a board approved guidance for the 5 years up to 2030. And I think in all the parameters, bank is going to show tremendous result. If you see my NPA management, it is wonderfully managed now. Our net NPA is 0.4%, gross NPA is 3.95%. So all those things in a time frame, we are going to further improve now. PCR is 97%. Even tangible PCR, excluding that technical write-off, still we are at 90%. We are one of the very few banks having the tangible PCR at 90%. Even the slippages, if I talk about, we had the 0.76% last year. And this year also I am expecting that every quarter my slippage will be around 1,500 to 1,700 crore now. So with all those things and the business side, whatever initiative which we have taken, I am very hopeful that we will be able to grow faster than what the guidance which we have given now. One more thing which I would like to tell you, and that is a very, very strategic shift which we have made now in the CASA front. We have revamped our entire CASA products now. So today we have very exclusive product for the salary, non-salary, women, youth, defense, Agniveer. We have exclusive product for the pensioners, senior citizens, and first time we have come out with a unique product for the farmers in the country now. We have made some tie-up arrangement with various agencies, and sector-wise we are providing the add-on facilities to this entire segment now. And we have set up a target of around 50 lakh accounts for this year now. Okay. And this particular revamped schemes are doing very well now. So entire my CASA, the ratios and things definitely in the long run going to improve now. So this is the overall changes and improvements which we have brought it in the system.
You mentioned about 5 years plan. I'm very much intrigued to know 5 years from now till 2030, where will be bank's ROA, profitability, other metrics, NPA you already mentioned on downwards trend, and moreover, what will be your run rate of growth?
We are expecting that average growth will be in the range of around 13 to 14% average. Yeah. So, and then you can calculate our ROA and everything. I think with this rate, if the things are happening and the deposit and credit is also growing, I think there will be a good opportunity for everybody to enjoy and everybody to be a part with the growth history of PNB now.
All right, so that is the long-term vision. But in the short term, few blips were there, particularly about one of the legal case which is going on in Supreme Court. Last time when we spoke, there was a chance of applying in Supreme Court. Banks were mulling that. What should we do about it? Now has that been decided? Because Supreme Court has now stayed the proceedings for now, but how banks are pursuing Bhushan Power and Steel?
I think deliberations are happening at the COC level now, and I think another 1 or 2 days we will have the full deliberation and the mandate will come from the COC. What I will suggest that whatever the legal course is required and the law of the land is required to be taken, I think definitely all the banks together giving the mandate to the COC, they will do it.
All right, thank you so much for talking to us, and it was a pleasure speaking to you, and all the very best for the 4 to 5 years plan, where the bank is expecting 14 to 15% growth.
13 to 14.
13 to 14? Okay. 13 to 14%, and I guess this is a conservative estimate.
We should do that, yeah, definitely. I'm very
13 to 14% growth expectation is there till 2030, and ROA calculation the viewers can do.
See, I can just tell you before I conclude that, when the vision is there that by 2047, India should be the developed country and we should be in the top 3 countries of the world now. I think definitely PNB being one of the largest banks in the country, we need to play very, very dominant role and very active role. And PNB will play that role. That is the only thing I can tell to all the viewers of your channel. And thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you. Thank you.